And a very good morning. Welcome here to the Red Bull Studio. It is the heart of Poland. We are here in Warsaw, and it's a only second ever FAI World Cup of Indoor Skydiving 2016. 2 days of great action coming your way. 28 nations, and we've got teams in all categories. Joining me here in the studio, my fantastic world-class team of co-presenters. We've got from Team Kaizen and NTFO, bronze medal at the World Meet, the fantastic Ray Ahmed. Good morning, Ray.
Morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And our other co-host looking after the dynamic flying, third generation skydiver. In her blood it is, it's through and through and through. Well, formerly with the Joyriders and now the national team of Norway, Team Zion. It is the one and only Anna Moxes. Good morning, Anna. How are you, darling?
Good morning, Regan. How are you?
I'm great. Are you ready for today?
Always, born ready.
We'll be with you a little bit later with the dynamic stuff and the artistics, but we're going to be starting off this morning, Ray, with the formation skydiving. What have we got? How many teams?
We have quite a few teams. We've got 22 open teams.
Yeah.
We've got 9 female teams, and I believe, let me just check, we've got 8 junior FS teams as well. So it's going to be an interesting competition.
It is indeed. Full day of action coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. And we have got everybody ready and waiting to go. Packed out here on site at the Fly Spot Wind Tunnel. This great location, just 2 minutes away from the airport, just down the road. We've got the Rest Hotel across the road there. All the competitors are there. We've got the chill out areas there, the big outdoor tent as well. We had the opening ceremony last night at 5 p.m. Introduced all the teams and through the full protocol of the FAI. We have the IPC president here as well. Starting off this morning with the formation skydiving, going through this afternoon into the dynamic flying as well. Let's have a look at the teams. We've got quite a good statistic actually. For the first time ever in a major international event, we've got more two-way dynamic teams than we have FS Open teams.
Amazing.
It is, isn't it? FS Open 22 teams, FS Female 9 teams. In the juniors of FS formation skydiving, an incredible 8 teams. Watch them, they are absolutely ripping it up right now. Freestyle Open 13 teams, Freestyle Junior 9 teams. Two-way dynamic, 24 teams. An incredible turnout for this world-class event. And we're coming back to back only 1 week from the third ever Fly Spot Open, the Polish Nationals, which we had here as well. And it was a great opportunity, a shakedown event for this fantastic world meet. A lot of the people that were competing here this week were competing there as well. What we're going to find is, as we're into the afternoon, the artistics going to come, but we're going to start off with the formation skydiving this morning. Ray Ahmed, you're going to be our chief expert commentator on the formation skydiving. This world-class team here right now with Ray and Anna. We're going to be with you next year as well, starting off the competition season with the Wind Games in Ampura, Brava, Spain. But in the meantime, we're going to go to the tunnel very shortly and have a look at what's going on. We've got the draw in front of us. We've got the wind speeds. We've got the teams that are ready to go. We're only 10 seconds away from the live action. If you just joined us worldwide, this is the second ever FAI World Cup of Indoor Skydiving live from Poland, from Warsaw, from Fly Spot, and we are going to be bringing you all the action. Ray Ahmed, over to you. I think we're going to the tunnel very shortly indeed.
It's looking good. It's looking good. I think the first team in should be Jazz Republic.
Let's go to the tunnel now and have a look at the action.
So the first round is a 15-11-6. And Jazz Republic are they're quite a tall team, and it's just quite a small tunnel. So it'll be interesting to see how they're getting on. They're getting on quite well. Nice entrance into the tunnel. They started very smoothly. Looking good. Good
to see Dirk and Claire from on-time scoring.
That's right. These guys are a South African team. They mainly do tunnel. I think they were at Windor earlier this year as well. So it's a triple blocker round 1. So not the fastest of starts. And the 15's a bit tricky in the tunnel because, as you can see, that it's quite tight. It's a 14-footer this one. So you've got the outside centre and the tail are quite close with their legs when they're turning the 15. That was Jazz Republic.
Good start to the day. Great start to the day, Ray. Packed house down there. There's not a lot of room in this tunnel, really. We've got the beaches and the benches behind the seats. That's going to be very busy.
Next in, we have a Qatari team. I believe this is one of the Qatari. This is Falcons White, so it's half of the 8-way team. And these guys are quite diddly. They're quite small. They're gonna make this look good.
And the Qatar Tigers that will be coming up, they are really ripping it up this year too.
Indeed, yeah. It's great that the Qatari, the 8-way team, is that they've split into 2 and are doing the 4-way. It's nice to see, and I think Gary Smith is coaching them.
Yeah.
It's a nice start. I mean, 8-way is very different to the 4-way, but these guys are nice. They're keeping things nice and small. Hesitation there. But as I said, these guys are small. They look like a female team in there.
Right. It's amazing when you see the juniors flying. It looks like they're in a 30-foot tunnel.
Exactly, it's amazing.
What's the draw here, Ray, on this round?
So this is round 1. It's a triple blocker. It's 15, 11, 6. So not the biggest of blocks. The 15s can be quite tricky for the taller teams because it's meant to be a giant cap,
yeah.
but it's pretty tricky for the taller teams to turn that in the tunnel. But it's not too bad. It's for a triple blocker. It's not that slow.
Well, very good morning, everybody. If you just joined us on the live stream worldwide, it is the second ever FAI World Cup of the indoor skydiving, and we're here with the full commentary team. Right now, we've got Ray Ahmed with us, who's doing all the FS, and this afternoon, Anna Moxis will be joining us for the artistics. We had the draw last night, Ray. Not many fast rounds coming out now.
No, not too many. I mean, it's not too bad a draw. I mean, looking at it, I mean, most of the entrances, you've got pretty much standard random entrances into the tunnel, so there's only a few blocks that you have to enter into the tunnel. And I believe the air in here, I've spoken to a few teams, and they said that, the air tend to drop and then lift, they tend to come into the tunnel and the air drops, and then they tend to get a little bit of lift. So the entrances are quite tricky for the faster teams.
We were watching that a bit yesterday during the practice, and you could see the teams with their highest skill levels. We were looking at the French there. You said they were going into the tunnel with all the legs full out just to catch as much air as possible.
Catch as much wind as possible as they're coming in, because I guess, as you come in as a mass into the centre of the tunnel, then you're going to drop pretty much, and then it takes time for the air around you to be able to actually use it. So they're using their booties and everything they can, their arms, to gain as much lift as they're coming through the tunnel, so they can start off as quickly as possible.
Paul in there, Sky 4-4. They were obviously
great to see the Polish teams in here.
They were obviously here last week for the Polish Open, did a great job as well. Remember to send us a message online through Facebook or through Instagram. Let us know where you're watching from. Just got a message through from Carol Milner in Manchester. She's watching the action. Good morning, Carol. Nice to see you. And well, we're continuing. A lot of teams to get through here. 22 FS teams do we have?
We've got the Danish team coming in now. This should be the VAF Warriors. These guys are a tunnel and an outdoor team as well. I believe they competed at the Mondial.
They did indeed.
This year as well. So they should be strong. They've been together for a number of years now.
Denmark, the home of a SWIP challenge, leading it up on the canopy work right now in the skydiving world. But here we are with the tunnel.
There we go. They're going in. Okay, they free flame that exit. You're keeping it nice and small. This is good. I guess the tunnel walls help for that.
Catherine here on the team. She's been skydiving and competing for many years in 4-way. Very experienced skydiver with that amazingly curly ginger hair that flows everywhere out the helmet.
She keeps it well. She keeps it well trapped inside that helmet. They're doing really well here, the VAF Warriors. They're nice and calm. Nothing's panicking them. It looks good.
So we don't really have any burner rounds coming out, do we, Ray? Of the 10 rounds?
Not really. We've got round 6 is a block with 3 randoms, but it's a slot switcher for the front piece, so should be quick. I think the draw in general is, as I said earlier, I think it's a pretty fair draw. There are quite a few slot switches for the front piece, not so many for the back piece, so I think it will work. It's probably, again, a draw for a trained team. It's going to work pretty well for them.
Right. And this is what was, for a long time, the standard tunnel, 14 feet. A lot of the teams now are training in bigger tunnels, so they're going to have a little bit of a, a challenge on now.
Shout out to Chimera there. Just going to tell you. Sorry, Ricky, you were saying that.
No, I was just saying a lot of these teams have trained in bigger tunnels, so to come down now to a 14-foot tunnel, they're having to just change their work a little bit.
I think so. I mean, a lot of the teams are used to, we're used to the Bedford Challenge. I mean, now there is we've got 17 footers, I believe, in France, I believe, and they've got some 17 footers they're training in. But generally, the teams are used to slightly bigger tunnels, and this is I think it's a hexagonal shape of the tunnel as well. You can, if you're quite tall, you can hit the tunnel walls quite hard, I think, with your knees.
Well, the first of the British teams, quite a few four-way teams from the UK.
Yeah, there are quite a few here actually, and it's good to see that there are so many here. So in the tunnel at the moment we have Chimera. Yeah. And we also have, I think we've got Phoenix are here as well. There are two halves of, they're Phoenix, half of Phoenix and half of one other team. Yeah. We have obviously the ladies in NFTO and Volition are here as well. So we're well represented, I think, and we have, of course, we have ACM as well. Right. Just come back from, just competed at the Revenge, I believe, and won the meet over there, the Body Flight Revenge. So with a World Cup, you can have up to 4 teams from each country, but with World Meet, you can only have 1 team. That's correct, yeah. How did that become a thing then? How did that arrange? I think it's good. I mean, I guess it's every 2 years you have the World Cup. I believe. And I think the good thing about it is it means you get more representation from each country. Yeah. And it's nice to see that other teams, you can compete with each other at a world level, both nationally and an international level. So I think it's a great idea. Well, a great project here that started probably about 4 years ago now. Team Monaco back on the books. They came to preference at the Dubai meets, the DIPC. I think it was in 2013, the first time they came back together, being trained by the French. And they had a lot of the old French champions in the teams. Here they are now with four-way. They are indeed. And they've toned down their red. They used to have a lot more red. That's right. In their jumpsuits, and a little bit more white now. But yeah, no, still I think every competition I've ever been to, I think Monaco, Team Monaco have been there in some guise or another. So it's great to see them still going. So we're starting off with the FS Open, 22 teams in this, and the FS Female with 9 teams, and the FS Junior 8 teams still to come. They're here this morning. We're starting off with the formation skydiving, then we're going into the VFS. That should start around 9 o'clock, and we've got the music test then of the freestyle open and the juniors. Then we'll be back with the formation skydiving on the schedule at 10:21. I think we're just a couple of minutes behind schedule right now. Team Monaco, a little less red. I like their suits. They're still wearing their white gloves. So next in we should have Ital Energy. I believe this is 2 halves of 2 Italian teams, hence the name. Let's see what they can do. I managed to catch a little bit of them yesterday. It's a nice smooth entrance into the tunnel. It's a good start for Ital Energy, I believe is the name. They're looking good, Ital Energy. These guys are quite tall, they're making it look okay. Not so bad. It's a great viewing chamber they have here outside to watch. Yeah, plenty of angles to watch. We've got 2 cameras there. We've got the outside camera, we've got the tunnel view of the top, the tunnel view of the bottom, we've got the free rolling camera, and obviously we have the image which will be used in dynamic through the circle for the dynamic 2-way. 24 teams in dynamic 2-way. Next in we're going to have Team Phoenix, a UK team. This is half of Phoenix and half of one other team. And these are pretty solid flyers. These guys have been flying on the 4-way scene in the UK for some time now. Pretty solid flyers. They've done a few tunnel competitions, not as this team in this iteration, but in other teams. Very strong in the UK in 4-way. Many teams, over 70 teams for the last few years at nationals. It's been brilliant. I mean, as a 4-way competitor, I used to be, not so much anymore. It's great to see so many teams, and so many teams that you watch people that are competing here, and people that you're coaching you have been coached by, and people that I have coached as well. It's fantastic to see, like, the whole range of people in here still flying. The open teams of the UK never quite got to the top. Bit of confusion there. The UK teams? The open teams, they never quite
managed to get themselves up in the top three. The female teams have done strong over the last few years, but the open teams, I don't know, just need that extra push.
Yeah, I think it's a lot to do with being pushed and I guess sponsorship and finding the time and the effort and the money. It's been tricky because I think you have to dedicate pretty much full time to it now. If you look at the top teams, like the Belgians and the French, they have pretty much full-time commitment to it. So I think that's probably what's needed.
Yeah, Hayabusa taking the World Championship in Chicago this year. Airspeed as well, with changes and challenges of their team. Black Cat, Russia, they're always quite strong. French teams, got 2 French teams here now. We're going to keep an eye on them today.
It's been great. And inside the tunnel now we have Hurricane Factory's Mikhail's Chicks. These guys have been flying in the tunnel for some time. They're based in Prague, I believe. They're tunnel. They've done. I think there's a couple of girls on here that have done female teams in the past.
Yeah, that's correct.
And they're very strong flyers. They're free flyers as well. But I think they enjoy the competitive element of the FS, and are all based, as I said, in Prague. Nice, tidy flying from Hurricane Factory, Mikhail's Chicks. Or is it Michael? I'm not entirely sure.
I think we'll go with Mikhail.
We'll go with Mikhail.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you just joined us on the live stream worldwide, a very warm welcome. We're here at the Fly Spot Tunnel here in Poland, in Warsaw. We're bringing you live coverage of the next 2 days of this prestigious second ever World Cup of indoor skydiving. My name's Regan Tetlow, and I'm joined here with the Formation Skydiving commentary by my good friend Ray Ahmed. Good morning, Ray.
Morning, Regan. That was a Hurricane Factory, Mikhail's Chicks, just in there. Next in, we should have the Czech Bad Boys.
Now, the Bad Boys are one to watch. To say they're only here, really, to coach the junior teams, but watch what they're doing. In practice yesterday, they were ripping it up a little bit.
Excellent. I mean, nice link takes it here. I think the issue with the linked exit into this is that if you link everything up, obviously as you come up in as this unit in this massive mass, you have the problem of like dropping down quite a lot. So it'll be interesting to think half the teams will be free flying their exits with maybe 1 or 2 links in the
they got a good
they
exit.
got in, yeah.
Let's decide now, Brie. Are we going to call it an exit or an entrance? Let's set the tone.
I don't. You tell me.
Let's go exit.
Exit.
Yeah.
We're doing that.
Right.
Okay, fine. That's how.
I never know what to say. Let's go with exit.
They're looking good. I mean, this is a tricky one to talk about. A 15, 11, 6 triple blocker.
Yeah.
It's not going to be particularly fast yet, and it's you've got tunnel walls to deal with on the 15s. The 11's always been, as a front piece flyer, I've always hated 11s, to be fair. The technical blocks, you're moving each other around.
Yeah.
And the 6s have been I think they're in the single A dive pool. So 6s are you should be familiar to most of the competitors here, but it's quite a technical round. So I think the breadth of the scoring for this round, or the range of the scoring, shouldn't be that big, because there's only so many points you can pick up on a triple blocker.
So for the open and the female, the same draw, and then we have a separate draw for the juniors.
That's correct.
Less points in that.
Less points for the juniors. I think it's a single A draw.
Yeah. Hungarian team here, Aladdin. We've seen them at a few competitions worldwide already.
Very vocal yesterday, the Hungarians in the opening ceremony.
Very, very vocal, weren't they?
Yeah, flying the flag. It was very good. It's good to see. Hungary, obviously, I guess not too far from here, so we should have some good representation. I don't know too much about Aladdin. I should go and speak to them later.
I think, were they at the Wing Games? I think they came to the Wing Games in January.
Maybe, yeah.
I do remember.
Looking nice and smooth. Not giving anything away. Or just there, just as I say that.
Number 6, one of the original boogie blocks people like to do.
It's a good block. I didn't really get it back together after that little fumble there, Aladdin. So that's unfortunate. They're looking good until that point. Next in, we have the Qatari, the other half of the 8-way team, so Falcons Maroon.
Yes. Very strong right now. Qatar, they're about to open their new tunnel. It's going to be the biggest in the world, I'm told, 18 feet.
18 foot.
18 feet, yeah, it's almost ready. The building's all in place. Mohammed was showing me some of the pictures last night, so we'll look forward to see what they're going to bring to the scene. 18 feet tunnel.
Need to go and spend some time in the Middle East, I think. In the get.
They handled that exit well.
That was a nice exit. Very nice. I think it's going to be interesting to watch the ladies as well, but some of the smaller teams are going to handle this a little bit better.
Right.
Less limbs to get in there.
Yeah. It's a beautiful sunny morning here in Warsaw, cold and fresh and sharp. The air, Ray, in the morning when it's cold, it's different than when it gets hot, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, dense, I guess as the air gets warmer, it gets less dense.
Yeah.
I should hope.
And it affects your speed of your flight?
It can do, yeah. It affects the speed of the flight. So, you know, as the tunnel gets hotter,
yeah, obviously,
as the day goes on. So I think, generally speaking, as the wind speeds have to pick up for the dynamic flying, they prefer to do that in the afternoon,
right,
so the air temperature's picked up a little bit. That was Falcons Marine.
It was indeed, and we're halfway through the pack almost of the FS Open here at the FAI prestigious World Cup of Indoor Skydiving. Only the second one ever. We had the first one last year at the Hurricane Factory in Prague, and here we are a year later with the second ever event. Next year we've got I think it's going to be in Montreal.
Yeah, I believe so. Now we've got France 1.
Interesting.
These guys look very good.
Yeah.
They had an excellent world meet. Second half of their world meet.
Interesting launch.
Yeah, nice and smooth. I love watching the French teams as they are so active with
aggressive,
all of their limbs. It's great.
Yeah, very reminiscent
very
of Marshall.
11s, yes, very much. 11s are very nice and smooth. Seems effortless on the front piece. Going for it.
It's a mixed team as well, isn't it?
Yes, Laurence used to be on the female team.
Yep.
Has moved over. I think she's the first female competitor in an open team for France.
That's right.
And she's showing the boys how to do it.
Yeah. What was the team? Deep Blue, was it they were called?
Deep Blue, yeah. Very strong team. Looking very good here. It's nice. A good round for France 1.
Of course, we'll be bringing you the scores as soon as we get them. We're going to be checking on the system there and keeping you up to date with what's happening. 22 teams, I think, we've got in the FS Open, Ray.
Right, 22 teams. And next in we have Echo Chamber. I've been watching these guys, a Swedish team.
Yeah.
They look very, very strong. I believe they have the next four-way national team member in here. I can't remember his name, but these guys are looking good. It's a free-flowing exit. Yeah, we're calling them exits.
We're calling them exits.
A little bit of confusion there, but they're going strong. Maybe that first round nerves. No, I think I'm getting confused. So there are two Swedish teams. There's Echo Chamber, and I think there's another one.
Yeah, Grichov
Volo. Yeah, so apologies for that. They're still a strong team. They're still flying really well. This is the team that I watched yesterday. Yeah, no, they're very smooth.
It's going to be an interesting morning, Ray. Hayabusa still to come, French 2 still to come. Are we going to see a fight on our hands there, do you think?
I hope so.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It'd be great. It'd be great. I mean, I'm excited to see what Wimby pull out the bag as well.
I was watching them yesterday. They were ripping it up. Roy's a machine, eh? These turns, he looks like every turn he does looks like he's doing the fastest turn he's ever done.
Exactly. It's amazing. Talk about live in the moment.
Yeah.
Definitely living in that moment.
So we've got Hayabusa next. It's going to be a great little fight in our hands, hopefully.
Great. There goes Echo Chamber, getting ready to get into the tunnel of Hayabusa. Concentrating faces.
Bob and Dennis there. Andy and Dave. Dave going with the short arm suit.
Yeah, he's given up on those sleeves, huh?
Yeah.
Nice linked exit.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
World champions, ladies and gentlemen, indoor and outdoor.
Oh, yeah. This is the thing that Hayabusa managed to do so well, right? They managed to train both the indoor and the outdoor, make them both look good.
Incredible. Wow, look at Dave's face there.
So far looking pretty good. I'm mesmerised. I might not be speaking, but I'm just mesmerised by watching them. They do work very. It's like it's clockwork. It's Hayabusa.
And they've set the standard.
They have indeed. You can just see there the Wimby guys just having a look.
Yeah.
So next in we have the Russian EXO team.
Now, is this the Black Cats?
I'm not entirely sure. I thought it was Black Cats.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe they have. No, it doesn't look like them. It's a different team.
It is, isn't it? Because last night we called it out on the opening ceremony as Black Cats being here, but it doesn't look like it's them at all.
It doesn't.
Interesting. Let's see what these guys have got. He's a big guy there in the centre.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Balanced it out with a nice small person on the front.
Yeah.
It's a nice little entrance into the tunnel. Exit, sorry.
We can call it out. We can mix it up a little bit.
Well, now I have your blessing, I will.
Let's just call it entrance, exit, start, finish.
A bit of an issue there on the back piece for the 11. See if they can get it back now. Yeah, they're fighting their way through it.
Very warm welcome to everybody watching worldwide. Remember to send us a message, let us know where you are and what you're doing, and take a little picture of yourself in front of the TV. You can post that through as well onto the Facebook page of the World Cup Indoor Skydiving, or onto the Instagram page, or our personal pages as well. If you know who we are and we're already linked, send us a message, say hello.
That was Team EXO from Russia. Next in we have Team Equinox from Lithuania. I haven't seen much of these guys this year. Were they out in the Mondial? I believe they were.
I think so. And we had a Lithuanian team here, 2 Lithuanian teams last week for the Polish Open, but this team weren't. So they held back there. Maybe it's a budget thing.
It's hard, I guess. I mean, at the moment, like for being a Mondial year as well, and like, you know, so many tunnel competitions that there are now. Must be hard for people to like find, you know, if you're not a full-time team and it's not a full-time sport for you, to just find the holiday to go and do these events. Oh dear, a bit of confusion there on the 11s. Front piece didn't quite have enough height to go over, but they're working through it.
Very good morning to everybody watching in the tent downstairs as well. Just got a message through from Kate Arnold. She's watching in the tent on a massive screen, apparently. It must be on that big... Are we going to get to see that? We'll have to disappear and have a quick look at some point, Ray.
Might be a bit some silence in here. Yeah, it's hard to round one here for Team Equinox. They had I think their second block 11 had some issues with that, and I don't think they've really got it back. It's tricky, I guess, a triple block on round one. And if you're going to make a mistake, it might as well be on the triple blocker. But it's unfortunate it's on round one. You want to get, you want to get out of the block starting and having a good round one. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened for Equinox. But they're still smiling. Yes. Which is the most important thing.
Good morning to everybody down on the tunnel floor as well, watching the action live. We've got a good shot of Ron, one of our judges there, keeping a good eye on what's happening as the next team prepare.
Next in we've got the team from Slovakia, the Sky Dragons. I've seen these guys around a fair bit as well. Yeah. It's a nice entrance into the tunnel.
And we've just had a picture come through from the tent there with the incredible big screen that we've got. Thanks very much, Kate, for that. Showing the 2 views, and I would imagine they've got the audio coming through as well. So everybody in the tent, very good morning to you, everybody.
They're looking good, the Sky Dragons. They're quite petite flyers as well. They're making it look small. Great, they're looking very good.
Make it look like a big tunnel.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see.
It's a nice shot. Is that the free camera? It is, the handheld. So 5 cameras available to us here now for the tunnel action. top view, bottom view, 3 camera and 2 statics.
That's great. It's great. It's tricky to keep my eyes on one.
Yeah. All right, here we go, Ray. This could be it. It's a fight on our hands.
France 2. It's very exciting.
From this new French tunnel.
From Wimby.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been in it?
Not yet. I've seen some pictures. Looks very nice.
A nice free-flowing exit. And they're out the blocks.
Fast one.
It looks very fast.
I can't wait to see these scores, Ray.
I'm looking forward to it as well. The concentration on Roy's face. It's exciting watching them actually. They're really going for it. They've done quite a lot of training now, I think, as a team.
It's great to see some of these Moorbird guys coming back and still competing strong.
They want to do it. They want to go really fast. They want to, like, you know, they've got their own projects. They, it's great to see. This is a tunnel team, of course. They won't be taking it to the sky.
And Roy was doing that team with Marco Riga and the guy from Mauritania as well. Is that project finished, do you think? Or?
I'm not sure. I think it's still going, but I can't remember. We spoke to him at Windor.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what he said. I think he did still want to keep it going. Oh, this is Wimby. France 2, looking great.
Yeah, very good. Very good indeed. Looking forward to seeing those scores. And now Tigers as well. They've been strong all year and they've been pushing. They came from a scratch. They came from nothing. They came from non-skydivers, did AFF, learnt the skills, being coached right now by Gary Smith, who coaches Boost.
These guys have been coached by Jerome, I believe.
Oh, right. Yeah, Gary Smith was doing the 8-way, wasn't he? That's right, yes. Tigers, what have we got here?
They're just such a fun team. They're such a nice team to watch. They're just so tidy, and I think I have the curse of the commentating speak here. Nice and tidy, and they had a bit of a fumble in that first page. I'll just be silent for a second.
Where did they finish at the Mondial? Were they?
I think, were they fourth?
Were they third or fourth?
Fourth, I believe. Yeah. Again, they're making that tunnel look big.
Yeah. A lot of transition there.
Not having their best round.
Well, it's early days, 10 rounds of competition in the Open, and this is round 1, and it's the first competition of the day for the FAI second World Cup of Indoor Skydiving.
I mean, I feel for Qatar, but I think at the end of the day, it's a triple blocker, it's round 1, it's done. I'll come back strong.
So the second Swedish team now.
These guys look very strong. So they have I found out they have a tunnel that's recently opened in Sweden.
Do they?
Yes. And I believe that's you're going to see more Swedish teams popping up out the woodwork.
And they've got the female team as well, Team X.
Nice and smooth. This is good. It's funny these blocks, you have to treat them with, especially block 11. I guess the beginning of block 11, you have to treat it with some respect. You can't push it too hard, because otherwise you can get some level issues that can come into the close of the block, and the back piece can't get started. This is a technical round, and it's interesting to see how some of the teams approach that technicality. Most people have approached it as it's a triple blocker, and it's quite smooth. We're just seeing here from the Swedish team that if you approach it with a little bit too much aggression, you don't get the best starts, and therefore don't get the best block, and therefore don't get the best close to the next block. So 2 schools of thought.
One more team to come in the Open. The Top Gun inspired ACM.
Air combat maneuver. Steve Hamilton just having a wee think to himself. Getting ready.
It's a beautiful day outside. Sun is shining bright, but all the action today is indoor.
These guys have been training hard. Have been training with Roy. Did the revenge meet with John MacGyver, and are now flying with Steve Hamilton. They held that that exit entrance for a little while just to make sure it was nice and solid. I remember when Hari's flying on this team. I remember when I first met Hari. He was like, I wanted to do as much four-way as possible. Right? What should I do? And he's been coached by Sparky at the time. And look at him now. A few years later, he's like top of his game, winning medals, and like obviously doing a lot of four-way. Yeah,
I remember. I met him for the first time in Imperial Bravo. He came over for some fun jumps quite a few years ago now, maybe 5-6 years ago.
They're nice and calm, ACM. This is good. This is what you want to see. And they are a big team.
Yeah.
Quite tall members in that team, I think. Steve and Fletcher, the shortest ones in that team. Both Gareth and Hari are quite tall. They pulled it off. It's a nice round for them.
Gareth now living out in Abu Dhabi, just up the road from me in Dubai.
Did you meet up for coffee?
We will do soon. His wife Anna, she's moving out there in the next few weeks too. So
that's great.
The skydiving scene for us locals is getting a bit bigger out in the Middle East. Now to the females, Ray.
Yeah, and first in we've got the Hungarian team, Not Your March. I think this is a newly formed team. We did just a bit of a fuffle and exit there, on the exit or entrance there. Newly formed team, I believe. I haven't seen much of their flying. And they're taking the 11, they're not verting the 11s, they're taking it the 2D. It's a good thing, they're a bunch of small girls, they can manage that in this tunnel. Some confusion, but they are still smiling. It's a working dive, girls, it's a working dive, so they're just going to work through it.
9 teams in the female category.
It's quite a few teams.
Yeah. 2 from the UK, 2 from Poland, 1 Czech, 1 Slovakian, 1 French, 1 Swedish.
I think they're struggling a little bit with the wind speed there and their tail. That's it. There's Not Your March.
It's up for grabs as well now. Golden Knights are not here. The French, the American Golden Knights female team. I was chatting to Jen Davidson. He said that kind of project's winding up. That's kind of over for now. So it's kind of open for the female category.
It is indeed. It is. We'll see what the French are obviously still young, still strong, still hungry. See what comes out of the woodwork. What happens with our UK teams. Yeah, a
bit of a little fight here with the 2 girls female team, Volition and NFTO.
Yeah, I think NFTO have obviously been concentrating on the outdoor scene for the Mondial, and Volition are pretty much a tunnel team.
Yeah.
I'm trained some ex-world champions in that lineup.
That's your old team as well, NFTO?
NFTO is my old team.
And the lineup, is it still the same? We've got Vanna, Maria.
Yeah, Vanna, Maria, Eni, and Anna.
Yeah.
It's a project that's been on the cards for a couple of years, and I got given the boot last year, so Vanna luckily stepped in, and they've been doing really well. So they came away with a bronze medal at the World Meet. Good fight with the Canadians. And this Czech ladies you should have in at the moment.
Yes. It's a bit fresh and tasty in the studio this morning, Ray.
It's good, it keeps us awake, Regan.
Yes. Normally we're complaining when we do this about the studio lights being too hot. I think we need some more studio lights, don't we?
Yeah.
It's a little bit fresh.
Maybe on my toes.
I've ordered some coffee, I'll have you know.
Oh, that's great.
They're on the way. They're on the way.
So next in we've got the Fly Spot Chicks.
Good morning, Fly Spot Chicks. They were brilliant last week here at the Open. Very good team.
Really nice bunch of girls.
They took us out on the town in the night as well, which was good. Yeah. Showed us round.
I shall ask them to do the same for me. That's nice, calm.
Yeah. And they've got a battle with the other girls' team, No Mercy.
No Mercy, that's right. And they're currently being coached by Roy. Looking very smooth. They're a tunnel team as well, the Fly Spot Chicks. I think they have plans as well for the rest of the season, just to as much tunnel as they possibly can, I think.
So many events now, outdoor and indoor, all year long. You need a big, deep pocket to pay for all this, eh?
You do. You do indeed, and I think that's why, you know, you see some teams at some events and some at others, and some not so strong in the tunnel, probably stronger in the air. And that's why we were talking earlier about volition and NFTO. Is that, you know, obviously NFTO have been training for the Sky, so it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
I think when I was doing a four-way in the UK, I think we had 4 competitions. You had 3 regionals and then the nationals. That was it. And now you've got like 4 or 5 a month.
That's great. So next time we should have Team Volition.
Yes. Now, 2 of my heroes from back in the day. Sparky, there she is, from VMAX.
Still a hero.
Yeah. And Liz Matthews, of course, and Sean. And the 4th is...
Kate Lindsay.
Kate Lindsay, yeah.
So our formula, Team Formula, she's
from the northeast.
From the northeast, yeah. Lovely girl.
Yeah, she is.
Nice and smooth.
Look at Sparky's face. She's got that game face.
She always has that game face.
After all this time, still got it going on.
It's great. It's like Sparky and Nutty both like. Well, Nutty's and little Daniel's here, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spitting image of Stumpy.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to see. Looking strong. Been coached by Joey Jones.
Yeah, is he looking after a few teams here?
He's looking after 5 teams. So he's a busy man.
When I was going to bed last night, they were still dirt diving. Well, Ray, I'm glad to say the coffee's arrived.
That's fantastic news.
Warm us up, keep us fresh and sharp for this full 2 days of commentary here from the centre of Poland, actually. Warsaw is geographically right in the middle, and this brilliant tunnel fly spot. About to open 2 more tunnels in Poland, this company.
It's really exciting.
So the next team, now how do you say this one? I'm not quite sure of the pronunciation.
Vesce?
It's V-E-S-C-E. But it's a Slovenian team, isn't it? Or Slovakian, Slovenian. So Vesce, I think in the opening ceremony I asked them if that was correct, and they said yes. So we'll go for that.
Vesce. Yeah, you did ask them actually.
Yeah.
It's great to see so many, so many teams, several countries putting in several teams for this World Cup.
Yeah, is it what we were saying earlier? I think it's a maximum of 4 teams.
That's right.
Yeah. What kind of costs are involved, Ray, for somebody to come and compete in one of these meets? I mean, how many hundreds of euros would it be, like an entry fee? Have any idea, approximately?
Be about 250, 300 euros as an entry fee. And then, of course, you have to get here as well. And then there's all the training behind competing.
Yeah. Your training rounds, do they generally include in that price?
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah.
They should all be included in the price. I mean, if you want to do additional training with a chunk, for example, then probably not. You want to get acclimatized to the tunnel. It's a new environment, especially if you're competing for, this is you're representing your country here. You want to do the best that you possibly can. So.
And these Central European countries are killing it on price right now.
They are. I mean, I myself have flown over to a few tunnels, where it's a little bit cheaper. And next in, we have NFTO.
Yes. What was your slot? Were you points? Were you?
I was outside centre.
Outside centre, that's mine.
I've been flying a little bit of inside centre recently, and I prefer it.
You don't do much inside centre. Just key everything. Key the lot.
Taking in a link takes it.
I love
held it for a little bit there.
Little Anne's style is incredible. I love how she flies. I'm sure Simon's watching, the cameraman back home.
Sure he is.
Morning, Simon. Simon Brentford, good friend for many years. Hope you're well.
These guys would have had no opportunity. Unfortunately, Maria flew in very early this morning, so they wouldn't have had the opportunity to test too much of the wind speed or test the tunnel walls. I think they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
And that's again down to the fact that how much holiday have you got left for the season, because they've spent it all on training for the Mondial. But they're doing a pretty good job here. Looking very strong.
Nice shot there from camera 6, a roving camera.
Work. Nice start. Nice round one for Anatolia. Next in, we should have No Mercy from Poland.
Yes.
The other Polish team. I haven't seen these girls fly yet, actually. So I've seen quite a lot of the fly spot chicks, but not of these. Are they an outdoor team? Do we know? I shall find out.
They are indeed, actually. One of them is a full-time skydiver, military.
So semi-linked exit into the tunnel. Girls make this tunnel look so big, don't they?
Yeah. Two more teams to come after this, France 1 and Team X in the female category. And then we're going into the juniors. This is going to be interesting to see, watching how these guys fight. 8 teams, and this is the future. This is where a lot of the effort, a lot of the training and money and time is being spent these days. Let's watch what's going on here with these junior teams, especially those French ones as well, and 2 from Canada.
I think it's great to see, and I think it's very wholesome to see it's coming up as a grassroots sport, potentially.
Exactly.
And I think I spoke a little bit to Trudeau yesterday about how they develop the teams in the junior categories, and how do you incentivize children into competing, and they mix it up a lot, and it's interesting to see how they will develop, and whether they will burn out or not, or whether they'll think, okay, I'm done with this, but it's the same as like in the dynamic stuff as well. I think with the young
the kids are killing it in dynamic.
They're amazing.
The freestyle too.
It's truly amazing. France won.
It's like with tennis and golf. If you don't start when you're 5 years old, you're never going to be a champion.
This is true. We're too old now.
Yeah, I'm going to sell my rig. That's it. I'm done.
This is France 1. These girls are very strong. Had a good tussle with Golden Knights in the Mondial.
Yeah, it came that round 10 with the shoulder.
Yeah, dislocated shoulder. Unfortunately, we had a issue there on block 6. I think they're probably going to see this as a little bit of relief. I think from all of the tension, expenditure, the emotional energy of the Mondial. They had a glitch midway through this round, but they're working their way through it.
There's a bottom view.
I like this side-on view. That's
I do. Get a lot of personality. Can't you see the faces?
And still smiling. Okay. That's France 1.
Is it 90 seconds to get in the tunnel? I think it's 90 seconds, isn't it? I think I was reading that somewhere yesterday.
Should be 45 seconds, is it?
Is it 45?
Should be,
is it 90 for the dynamic?
Maybe 90 for the dynamic.
45 for the FS, 90 for the dynamic, isn't it? That's what it is.
We have Team X, a Swedish female team.
Yes.
It's a big, strong key.
Ooh, bit of a fumble.
So this is Asa's filling in for this lot. Asa Helenis. I think I spelled that, pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, she's been flying a while with the Swedes.
She's been roped into this. They're looking very strong. I watched them the practice rounds yesterday, or the speed setting rounds, and they look quite strong.
One of the girls has got some amazing funky hair.
She has. It's amazing.
Black and white.
And I think she's the one wearing the black visor as well.
The smoked glass visor.
The smoked.
Unusual. You don't see many of those in FS.
You don't know. It's all about the eyes, apparently. Well,
yeah.
This proves it isn't. But. Looking good. I mean, you can tell that this is like it is a working dive. Bit of a reach there for that grip. Oh, and a break of the block. That is the end of time. So that's Team X.
We're straight into the juniors now. France, Canada, Czech Republic and Norway. 1, 2, 3 French junior teams, 2 from Canada, 2 from the Czech and 1 from Norway.
And the first in we have France Junior 1 from the Aerocart Academy.
I think we first saw these at the Clash of Champions in Dubai.
How did they get on there?
Very well, very, very stunning. The two French teams were there. There's 3 now, so they've got a third team out of the mix. But look at them go.
That's amazing. I think these guys are all coached by Amelie.
Yes.
She's here.
Yes, she is.
She's here. They are getting just as fast as our slightly larger, taller adults, or the open teams. They look very good.
Look at the shot there from camera 3. It looks like a big tunnel.
Looking very strong. France Junior 1. So the juniors have a slightly different draw.
Is it 4 points maximum, is
It's
it?
4 points maximum, yeah. And so it's a double A, I guess a double A draw. I said single A earlier, so it'd be a double A draw. And
6:22 to start.
6:22, and they're still going. It's amazing. If you asked me now to do like a rookie round, I'd be like still going. Oh, there aren't enough points. Next in, we've got Tunnel Vision from Canada.
Yes. 2 teams from Canada, Tunnel Vision and Air Devils, all good friends. In fact, 2 of them, 1 from each team, are taking part in the tour dynamic as well, I think.
Excellent. I want to go back in time, Regan.
Yeah.
I want to go back about 35 years.
And have very rich parents.
Yes. Start again. I like his little tash on his helmet.
Yeah.
It's amazing though. I mean, it's a junior team, but their levels of concentration are still really high. They're flying very smoothly. It's very, maybe because they are so small.
Yeah. I mean, some of these competitors in 10 years' time still won't be old enough to jump out of a plane.
It's amazing.
10 years. Incredible. Can you imagine if they stay with it? And I mean, to ask somebody to continue competing for that length of time, not many people do that, Ray.
No, they don't. They don't. But you know, that's what they do in other disciplines, right? They other sports, I should say.
Yeah.
You know, you look at like, as you said, you mentioned golf.
Golf and tennis.
Tennis.
Yeah.
You know, you start at such a young age.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Football.
Gymnastics.
Yeah.
You know, why not indoor skydiving?
Yeah.
Get it in the Olympics.
Yeah. Keep pushing.
Got to try.
Yeah. So we've got the World Games here in Poland next year. That's the like the Olympics of the sky, all the air sports, and so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a show they put on. 2013 it was in Colombia, in Cali. Here's French Junior 2.
Let's see if they can rival the French Junior 1 team. Do you think they're France Junior 2 because they're slightly younger? I'm going to have to go and ask them.
They're smaller, aren't they?
They are. I was just thinking just that.
The tunnel's getting bigger and bigger. And I noticed last night the Canadian team all had matching gear bags as well with the patches on there. It's all changed.
I mean, this is my first World Cup that I've been to, Indoor World Cup.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a lot of, it's slightly different to other tunnel competitions that I've attended, as in there's a certain amount of pride, you know, you're representing the country.
Yes.
You know, it's
the protocol of the event.
Yeah, of course, and I think that it's good to see that people have taken it seriously. They're really wanting to represent, and it is good to see.
It's amazing how they get the helmets to fit. There must be a lot of padding inside.
I imagine
the small heads.
It's a good round for France Junior too.
So we got the 2 teams from the Hurricane Factory, the scene of the very first indoor championships last year, but before that, Air Devils.
Air Devils.
And France 3 still to come.
So the other Canadian team still look very serious.
I was watching these guys training a little bit yesterday. Bit of a fumble there on that block. Looking like the faster of the 2 teams, but they seem a bit more potential for fumbles. Yeah.
That's what happens when you go. You know, when you there's that line, isn't there? If you come straight in and you work straight away, and you know, if you lose it on that first page, it's very difficult to get back. But they've got it back.
Yeah.
It's a little glitch on the first block, and it could be levels, it could be anything. You know, it's a different tunnel for them.
Just knowing your speed as a team, isn't it? Are you flying at the speed that you should be?
Yeah, exactly, and knowing that you need some time to get there as well, I think.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be learning that. This is what competition's all about.
Absolutely. I sound like Dommy. Absolutely. Good to have Dommy here as well. She's competing in the dynamic two-way with Cathy from Imperial Bravo, one of our other part of our commentary team, worldwide commentary team, with me, Ray, Anna, here for you today. Next up, the third of the French. 3 teams.
The team. No, they don't look any smaller, so it's got nothing to do with age. It's free flow exit. So many junior teams. It is amazing. I mean, the surprising thing is there's nothing in here from the UK.
Yeah. Is there any up-and-coming kids that you see, Ray, in the tunnels, like putting teams together, or is it not really kicking in?
It's really kicked off. I think it's cost, and I think it's a lot of these, like the Aerocart Academy, and I know they do this at VOS as well, and probably in Canada. They actually encourage like kids' evenings.
Yeah.
You know, and try and get the kids together. You have, like, you know, obviously Trudeau with the girls from VOS, Amelie with the Aerocart Academy. You have ex-competitors teaching their children as well. We just don't seem to have that culture of, like, you know, our tunnels going out locally to local schools and trying to encourage people to come and do it. Maybe it's something we need to speak to them about.
Yeah, Singapore and Australia, down that end of the world, they're getting very big on training, you know, the kids clubs and things, and bringing them up.
Which I'm surprised we've not really jumped on that bandwagon, you know what I mean, which we should do.
So come on, UK, let's get these belly flyers going at the younger age. Don't get left behind by the rest of the world. 2 teams now, the Hurricane Factory Cubs and the Flies.
Yes. Looking very smooth. Yeah, on the 22s. Choosing not to vert the 22s. I guess they don't need to. Size-wise, they don't have a problem in this tunnel. So they're doing everything on level.
Yeah. Just got a message in from a viewer saying we need a UK tunnel league for kids. You know, that's what we'll start doing it. You know, people have been talking about it. But you'd need a coach. Somebody's got to be paid to do it. You know, it's a full-time job, isn't it? Then that's when you're looking at the, you know, some kind of federation who's going to step up to the mark. Like in France, you have the academy. You know, so it needs to be a government-funded thing, doesn't it? Really, to get that kind of sponsorship going.
I think so. I mean, you know, if we can make this more of a mainstream sport, I think it will work to get some funding. To fund these type of things.
It's interesting now, the big sponsors are casting their gaze over it. We know Maya, the local girl, now with a freestyle routine. She's just become a full-time sponsored Red Bull athlete. Her views and the whole views from the Win Games have topped over 300 million views so far this year since that event. You know, it's on the cusp of coming over. Swoop Challenge, the outdoor swoop thing, that's looking at big sponsorship now. They're trying to get that thing going. So it's coming, you know, slowly but surely.
Yeah, and I hope it does. I mean, before we're too old and weakly.
Yeah.
Be good to see.
Second of the Czech teams, the Hurricane Factory Flies. One more still to come from Norway, the Vosvin girls.
Yeah, I'm excited about seeing the Vosvin girls. Oh,
what happened there?
Not sure whether it was closed or not, and then the tail came off the back of the 22. I just think the back piece is moving out a little bit.
Right.
And it's funny because in a tunnel this size, but look at them there. They could probably use half of the tunnel.
Yeah, that's right. Probably get the both teams in there at once, head to head.
I think it's just a little case of reaching for things and being off level. Go Hurricane Factory flies.
Got a message in from our good friend Zoe Edwards out there in Bahrain.
Watching.
Yeah, she is at the Gravity Tunnel. Very good morning, Zoe. Hope you're well. They go out to the school, she says, out there in Bahrain.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Have you been to that tunnel?
Not yet. Hoping to get a visit shortly.
I'd like to go.
Bright, pristine suits here from the Vosvin girls, Norway.
They have a very similar tunnel in Voss, I believe.
Yes.
I met these girls, again, I've met them before, but I met them, had a little chat with them yesterday, and they're very excited about being here, very, like, you know, proud to be representing Norway.
Yeah.
They do enjoy it, and luckily, it's a school holiday.
Right.
In Norway at the moment, so they can be here. Because that's the other thing, isn't it? Schooling, and
yes.
you take your kids out of school. Looking very good. Looking strong.
Yeah.
Swim girls.
Stunning suits.
Very crisp and fresh.
Yeah. Very good morning to you. Just joined us on the live stream worldwide. We're in the studio with myself, Regan Tetlow, and Ray Ahmed. And we are bringing all the action to you. So far this morning, we've had the FS Open, we've had the FS Female, and the FS Juniors. Very good morning to you watching worldwide. Send us a message, let us know where you are. It's the second ever World Cup of Indoor Skydiving. Ray, we are underway. How do you feel?
Great, actually.
Are you warm?
Yeah, well, it's a bit chilly in here, but it's good. It's keeping us awake, right?
Still to come, we've got the VFS, that's what we'll be going to next. And then we've got the Dynamic and the Freestyle, the Open and the Juniors too. Incredible. So what do you think, what we're seeing there? Now tell us a little bit, let's recap about that first round in the Open there, 15, 11, 6. What did we see?
Not the fastest round, as I said, and I think it's the first round and not the fastest round,
right.
Which is probably a good thing for all the competitors. So, you know, you can't go over the line too much for that round one. It's a working dive. Yeah. Triple blockers, generally, you're always like, you know, that thing where you have to really work through it. And most teams did really well. Like, you know, there was it's a 50-50 split between taking in a linked exit or taking in like a free-flown exit from the top teams as well. And I think that what we saw was pretty much what we expected. I mean, most people that were like, you know, took it in nice and calm, even the top teams, and all the way through the whole range of the open teams, they took it in nice and calm. It was a working dive and they worked through it.
Could be interesting to see if, once we get these scores coming through, have we got a fight on our hands between Hayabusa and the French? They both looked matched there from just a casting an eye on it without seeing any scores.
They look pretty strong, huh? Yeah. Pretty fast from both of them, but they're like clockwork, so it's going to be interesting to see what those scores actually are. Well,
that's it for the Formation Skydiving for now. We're going to go now over to the tunnel again for the VFS and Team Element from Belgium. They are going right now.
So yeah, so the VFS, interesting. I mean, the Team Element, we saw, I believe I saw them at Windor, and they're flying at Windor, and they're an up-and-coming team. So this round is 13, 14, 7 for the VFS.
9 teams.
Yeah, there are 9 teams. I think the round one is it's head down star, satellite, and flower. So there's no slot switching in this round, I believe. They're looking pretty good so far, Element. Very smooth.
Yeah, we had the VFS competition here at the Polish Open last week. Team Ovsum, they took that championship. So let's see what they've got now to bring up against the rest of the world.
That's Team Element. Very good. Next, we have the team from Finland. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Wait for it. So we'd imagine the strongest team to look for would be the SDC core, wouldn't it?
The Golden Knights would be interesting to watch as well.
Yeah, there could be a fight on.
Team Element, they were pretty strong there. I watched Wait For It a little yesterday, and these guys are really, truly here to represent. Just starting out. I mean, I've only just recently started to fly on my head.
How's it going?
And it's hard work. So hats off to watching all of the VFS teams. They are, I'm looking at them thinking, oh, I might be able to do that soon.
It's incredible, the speed of the turns.
It's amazing. So this is, again, is a triple blocker for the VFS. Not too much of the issues with the levels though. I think they're generally all. The first block is everybody's head down. A satellite. I think everybody's down. Flower. Okay, next in we've got STC core. So next in we have STC core. So this is STC core from the US, looking amazing as ever. They're so fast. They're just so fast.
World champions.
Amazing.
Outdoor, that is. We'll see what happens here at indoor.
Yeah, this is just amazing. Even their turning in their heads are in sync. They have a very fluid style about them, STC core. I love to watch them. As we watched a little bit of, I think we watched Transfert in Windor, very different styles, and the STC core have a lot of fluidity about them.
Yeah, looking good.
Amazing.
Big shout out to the team at Gravity in Bahrain. They just sent a picture through there. They're watching on the laptop. Hello guys, nice to see you. And a good exit there from, nice little freestyle exit actually. STC core.
Just showing off now.
Yeah. These Canadians now, what have we got from these Canadians? Do we know much about these?
I tried to catch them yesterday, catch them flying, but I don't know much about them.
Let's have a look. I Fly Toronto, VFS. VFS.
Straight into it. You don't think the thing is with the VFS, it's like for me it's like FS, but obviously it's all vertical. But there is lots of similarities between levels and grips. This round is pretty good for levels, I think, and most people are in the same orientation and at the same, so you're not necessarily having to change your level too much relative to another flyer. So it's not too bad, but there are some rounds coming up later on where you have to stagger the formation, and that's where the big difference is between the FS. But the principles are still the same. Move, stop, grip, make sure you're on level, and it's just the speed at which they can do things.
He turns those 360s, incredible.
It's amazing. These guys look very strong, actually. I'd pretty much put them there with Element. That was a Canadian team, I Fly from Toronto.
Next up, the Polish team Avsum, who took the Polish Open Championships just over a week ago.
So they won here, did you say?
Yeah.
How did they look? Very strong?
They did. They had a bit of a problem on round, I think round 6 last week. One of the weight belts came off during the round, which was
wow.
It lost the concentration. Are they wearing weight now? I think.
Maybe they're wearing it inside.
Maybe they've got it inside. Doesn't look like anybody's got a weight on actually.
No. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I do like their suits.
Yeah, it's very cool how they've got the name upside down so it reads when they're flying.
It's very good. The thing I like about them, just watching this team, is that they're not going brutally fast like some of the other teams that we've seen, but they're very much together.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see. Nice style about them.
9 teams in the VFS for you this morning, people, here from Warsaw. With me and Ray, giving you all the action all day long. Anna Moxness will be joining us in the studio this afternoon for the, well, this morning actually, for the dynamic artistics as well.
That was Team Avsum.
Avsum.
They're a good team. I like that.
We like the name.
Now we should have the Golden Knights.
Indeed. So yes, sir.
Somebody else who prefers a shorty sleeve suit.
Yeah.
I haven't seen these guys fly, so it'd be intriguing to see how they get on. Fast.
Nice fast start. Wow.
They're quick.
Yeah. Another smoked visor. Wow, they are fast.
Very fast.
They're going to give SDC a bit of a run for their money here at this kind of speed. I wonder if they do the training at Paraclete.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're very clean as well, I think. They're very clean with their grips, and they're all, you know, it's synchronized. Their grip taking is synchronized. It's good to see. They are very fast. And they will give SDC Core a run for their money. Nice whippy turns.
Three more teams still to come after this. Russia and 2 more from Poland.
3 teams from Poland.
Yeah. The Sky Riders and Fly Spot Definition.
That was the USA Golden Knights, looking very strong. Next in we have Fly Station from Russia.
Another smoked visor. That's 3 competitors in this meet with smoked visors.
And there's only 1 competitor in each team.
Yeah. What's going on there, Ray?
I'm going to ask.
Let's find out. A bit of investigative journalism coming our way.
Oh, these guys are all so fast.
They are indeed.
It's difficult to pick them apart. You know, they all have very similar styles, but they're also clean as well. Very fast. Very fast, very much together, synchronicity's there. They're on and off grips at the same time. They're going to score really high as well. I think these guys are going to be in it in the scoring with the American teams.
Yeah.
It's a nice round from the Russians.
The bottom view, camera 3, that shows some good movements there. We can get that on the screen. That you can see there. Look at that. You can see the turns whizzing round.
Can't tell if they're head up or head down.
No.
That was a really good round.
It's live action here at the World Cup of Indoor Skydiving 2016, the second ever, brought to us by the FAI. And next up, Skyriders VFS.
Polish team, quite strong.
Yeah.
I watched them fly yesterday. They're straight into it. It looks like a bit of a hiccup there. This looks like they a nice fast. If you're going to have a triple blocker, it might as well be this one.
Right.
Out the door, because it looks like, you know, all the teams are pretty much straight into it from the off, which is great, I guess. So the VFS teams are all getting a nice start to their competition. Looking good, the Sky Riders. A few hiccups here and there. Maybe first round nerves. You know, not quite as synchronous as some of the other teams that we've seen. They're a bit reachy for some grips here and there.
Last but not least, coming our way, the other Polish team used to be Fly Definition, now Fly Spot Definition. Obviously, a bit of sponsorship coming their way there.
Ah. Maybe you should move to Poland.
The drinks are cheaper.
That's for sure.
Especially when you live in Dubai. Here we go, the last of the VFS this morning, or this session.
And straight off. Oh, these guys are good.
After this, we're going to be going into the Freestyle Open.
This is, I mean, I think this is probably one of the best starts to a VFS meet I've witnessed in a while. Just maybe from the fact that at least the first 2 blocks are all everybody's head down. So it's quick out the blocks. Must have a good feeling for these guys as well to know that they have that. They're looking good.
Yeah. They are looking good.
Very good.
Oh, it's a bit of a problem there.
Hopefully that's out of time.
Yes. Well, there you go. That's the VFS done. We've had the Open in the 4-way, we've had the female and the junior category, and now we've had the VFS as well. If you just joined us worldwide, very good morning to you. Welcome along. It's the World Cup of Indoor Skydiving 2016. Ray Ahmed has been giving us all the commentary through the formation skydiving. Have you enjoyed that first round, Ray?
I have. It was good. I mean, it's nice I actually had time to, because it was triple blockers in most, all blocks, in fact, in all rounds.
Yeah.
It was easy for me to digest and convey.
What have we got coming up in round 2 later?
Round 2, for the FS, we have a fastish round. So 2 blocks and a random. For the VFS, I think we've got a slightly more technical round, even though it's 3 randoms and a block. And the juniors have got a block and 2 randoms.
Excellent.
So it's going to be, I think the juniors are going to be interesting to watch, just to see if a couple of those teams that had some issues in the beginning, if they can nail it down and kind of like, get their thoughts together. Should be good.
Well, thank you very much, Ray. Join us here for the Formation Skydiving. Anna Moxness will be with us very shortly indeed in the studio here on a beautiful, crisp morning in the centre of Poland, live from Warsaw. My name is Regan Tetlow. We've got the freestyle coming up very shortly indeed, but we'll be back with you with more action right after this little bit of video for you here. Thank you. Three.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now, and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm tired of hell! I'm not gonna take this anymore!" Pop, pop, bang.
And welcome back. It's live action all day long here at Fly Spot in Poland. We've had the formation skydiving round 1. That's gone. Ray's off for a little break. I'm joined in the studio by the amazing Anna Moxis. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Regan. How are you?
I'm a little bit chilly, to be honest.
It's a bit cold, isn't it?
Normally in the studio we're kind of like really hot with the studio lights, but it's a little bit chilly right now. And you've got the hoodie on.
Yeah.
So what we're going into next?
We're going to start with Freestyle Open.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and it looks like everybody's getting ready pretty much in the tunnel. We have 13 performers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really interesting, actually, this year. The performers, they can choose whether they're going to do it with music or not.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, well, for me, that separates a lot the performers.
That's right.
Some of them have chosen to go with music, but obviously that takes a lot more time to choreograph their routine.
Yeah.
Some other people have chosen to use music, but doesn't seem like that they've actually choreographed the routine to the music,
Right.
rather just laid some music on top.
Yeah.
And some performers, some of the newer performers, it seems like they've gone for the option without music, obviously because of the time it takes to first get the whole routine together,
Yeah.
and then also to be able to incorporate the music.
It's strange, isn't it, to have someone with music and some without music? It's quite controversial this year, the freestyle.
It is controversial, and I do believe it's probably something that will change in the future. It will either be with or without.
Right.
For me personally, I really enjoy the music.
Oh.
I think that it's brought an extra dimension to our sport, and it makes it more accessible. And I was sitting with some of the judges yesterday, and it's super powerful, the performances. So
At the Wing Games earlier this year, when we were commentating on the first time we saw the music there together with Maya and the rest of we were goosebumps. We were in tears, weren't we?
I was on top of the table. Got a bit excited.
I was watching Maya's performance as well when she did the Shine Bright Like a Diamond.
know,
I was
the
watching the video
cutie.
the other day, and our commentary could hear the emotion in our voices.
Yeah, it's awesome. And do you know that she's a Red Bull sponsored athlete now?
She is a Red Bull sponsored athlete. That happened while we were here last week at the Polish Open. She had
Yep.
the press conference for that. Incredible.
Super exciting for the whole sport, and congratulations to her for sure, because I'm sure she can do great things with that kind of support.
With the freestyle now, we were talking with Olga from Russia about this a little bit yesterday. The two styles, so the males, with all these big, incredible spins and the fast moves, and the female, some of them are a lot more graceful. Do you think there's an opportunity to kind of split them and have like a male and a female freestyle?
For me personally, I don't think it's a case of male and female. I think that there may be an opportunity to split it based on style, but not based on gender. Because
it's like high speed and low speed type thing?
Well, I'm not sure. It's not my choice to make that split. But you can see, like, there's still some girls that want to put big, powerful moves into their routines.
Yes.
And just because you spin fast, it doesn't mean that you need to be male or female.
Yeah.
Being flexible is also technicality. So yeah, I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about this.
I think we're going to be looking at some of the interviews as well that we did previously yesterday. We've got quite a bit of time yet before we go live back to the action in the tunnel. So we do have some interviews that have been pre-recorded, and we'll be looking at those very shortly. We'll let you know when they're coming up. But Anna, who's looking strong right now?
Who's the favourite?
Yeah.
This is a really hard competition to judge. Like, I definitely don't think I could pull my favorite from this list. We have obviously Inka's here as the reigning world champion, and we've got some great newcomers coming in that are going to be at the top end of the table as well. So I wouldn't like to be judging it.
It's going to be interesting stuff. Let's have a look at some of the chats with some of the contestants we had yesterday. Hi, here we are at the entrance of the tunnel, and we've got Magda and Veronica here at the office, being busy. Got a lot of teams here, a lot of teams are arriving. Let's check in with the girls and see how it's going. I know you're busy, girls, but how's your day been so far, Magda?
It's so tired and so busy.
What time did you start?
It's a lot. It's 8.
8. Veronica, what's happening? The teams arrive, and what do you have to do here?
Oh, we do everything. We get them a pack and everybody.
And everybody's not here yet, no?
Not yet. It's tomorrow. We'll everybody.
What time are you going to finish tonight?
I I think 10, maybe 11.
Poor girls, working hard, bringing it all to you for this World Cup of Indoor Skydiving 2016 from the FAI. It's the biggest tunnel meet of the year, and we're very proud of it here in Poland. Right, here we are, we're at Fly Spot in Poland, and it's the World Cup of Indoor Skydiving 2016. I'm here with the window guys. We've got a brand new name. Buenas noches. Hi guys.
Buenas noches.
Alex, how's it going?
Hello, how are you?
We've got a new name. It's Window Black Eagle.
Yeah, Window Black Eagles.
Last year it was just Window.
Yeah, it was just Window. Now we have a new name, yeah.
Where did the name come from, Alex? Where's the name from?
Well, we were thinking about a nice name and we have a few options. We finally got for the Window Black Eagles.
Excellent. Well, it's the World Cup. Are you excited?
Yeah, for sure. We're excited, nervous, want to start already, so we're super happy.
And I've seen quite a few of your routines over the past with the wing games and the different events. You've got a new routine though now, eh?
Yes, we have a completely new routine, yeah, just for this competition.
And how's the speed, Alex?
The speed is getting fast,
Right.
slowly. Yeah, we're training a lot.
Are you in tonight?
No, we are not.
You finished?
Yeah, we finished yesterday already.
Okay.
Today is rest, and tomorrow we start.
Well, Window Black Eagles, best of luck with the competition.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That was so necessary.
Facile, eh? Facile. Facile, tío. It is the World Cup of Indoor Skydiving right in the centre of Poland here in Warsaw. My name's Regan Tetlow, and these guys are the Air Devils. Big round of applause, let's hear it. Woo!
Nice.
Guys, tell us your names first of all.
Air Devils.
And what's your name?
Yannick.
Matthew,
Donovan.
Emma,
And is there any family going on here? Any brothers or sisters? Or
No.
I've got a little sister named Morgan. She's also competing.
she's on our rival team.
no way?
Yeah, Tunnel Vision.
They're here as well?
Yeah.
We'll catch them afterwards. I was watching you in there doing a little bit of training before. You make the tunnel look so big. Doing four-way, you guys, from the view, it looks like a 30-foot tunnel. It's incredible. You having a good time?
Yeah.
Have you competed before?
Yeah. I was in the World Challenge in 2014.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And what kind of average do you think you're going to be going for?
To be honest, I don't know. Whatever we can do, the best possible. Though we're going slow is fast, go steady.
What about being the only girl? Are you kind of in control of these guys?
Not really.
Who's the bossy one?
I don't know.
This one?
Maybe Matthew.
And how long has this team been together?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. We've well, the team Air Devils formed in December, but we've gone through a lot of change because originally it was me and Donovan. Yannick and Emma weren't a part of the team. It was two other girls, and then they left. So then Emma came and one other flyer, but he couldn't make it for Poland. So Yannick, who is in the Montreal tunnel, came on our team, and so we're here with him.
Excellent. And how do you actually pay for this tunnel time? Have you got jobs?
Well, iFly Toronto does give us a bit of a sponsorship for training time for Poland. Our parents pay for
there we go.
time,
There it
but yeah.
Okay. And who's the coach? Who's coaching?
We have Mike as our coach, and we also have Richard.
Okay. And are you flying a bit more tonight? Some more flying tonight?
No, that was just our training before the competition.
Okay. And then tomorrow you'll get your wind speed check, yes?
Yes.
Well, you're flying at about, I think it was about 65%, was it there or something?
65.
Okay. Well, welcome to Poland.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to have a great time. And we'll catch up with you throughout the competition for a few more interviews, eh?
All right.
Sure, sounds pretty good.
Air Devils, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Awesome! That was awesome! Ladies and gentlemen, Air Devils, let's hear it, come on!
He won the Polish Open last week. This week, the World Championships. Are you going to win again?
Let's see.
Our secret handshake. Let's do it. Thank you.
Warm welcome back to the Red Bull studio here with Anna Moxis and myself, Regan Tetlow, bringing you the action all day long from the World Cup at the Indoor Skydiving 2016. How are you?
I'm good, Regan. How are you?
I'm very well indeed.
How good was that kid?
Incredible, wasn't he?
Do we know his name?
We do, actually.
Oh, we do? What's his name?
Yeah, I'll have to dig it out.
We totally know his name. He was awesome. I'm afraid for my job.
He was very good on camera, wasn't he?
He looked about 11 or something
about
and
4.
acted about 45.
The next Canadian president, I think.
We decided. Well, I mean, you could run America being 11 at the moment, apparently.
Well, let's grab them back. No, we won't go down that route.
No.
But we have got some scores from you from the formation skydiving that we saw a little bit earlier. Let's have a look at the scores and see just what happened there. Here we go, looking at what we can see so far. Well, and it looks like it is a fight on the top. We said it was going to be between this new French team, Wingby with Roy there, Extreme Hayabusa, and the Hayabusa. Hayabusa on 25, France 2 on 24. We do have a fight in our hands.
Awesome.
And we're looking there on the bottom end of the pack there. So we got the Phoenix down on 14 and Equinox on 13. In the female category, only 2 scores up on the board yet. 12 from the Czech ladies and Not Your March on 11. That's what we can see there for the female formation skydiving. And nothing yet, obviously, from the indoor freestyle, because we haven't actually done any yet, but we got all those teams there. So, interesting stuff in the formation skydiving. Me and Ray were saying there's going to be a bit of a fight on the hands at the top, and at the moment, after one round, there's 1 point in it between Hayabusa and the French team as well.
Fantastic.
It's a beautiful morning here. The sun is shining bright outside, and it's all the action now is indoor with me and Anna bringing you the freestyle. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Regan.
We were talking with Ray about the temperature of the airflow, and as the day goes on and the air starts to circulate more and it warms up, how does it affect the dynamic flying and the freestyle flying with the temperature?
Yeah, I mean, it's faster when it's colder.
Yeah.
So it's different in the morning, but really it's just you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, the air wasn't good enough for
Right,
me.
yeah.
You deal with it.
Because some teams will kind of talk about that a little bit in the past.
I think that you know that it's going to be warmer by the time you get to the end of the day, and depending on the temperature outside. But the tunnels, they do have cooling systems, so I've never noticed it. We've never had any major problems with it. So.
Yeah. You know, how's your year been? You've been doing a lot of training, haven't you?
Yeah, we just did the World Meet in Chicago,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. Our first ever World Meet, so we were pretty stoked to be there. And,
Remind me of your team. Who have you got?
Petter
Yeah.
Stensvold and Andreas Musling. Andreas is our cameraman,
Yeah.
and we compete for Norway.
Yeah.
And now we're going to do the same lineup for the D4W team as well.
Right.
So that's cool.
And what about the records that are coming up with the ladies?
Women's vertical world record, yes, in
Yes.
November. Come and join us, girls. Come make the record bigger.
What's the record now?
I think we're like 60 something, 62 or something.
And have you got something in Dubai coming up after this?
Yeah, we're going to do a training camp
Right.
in Dubai. I go directly from here to the desert campus at Skydive Dubai.
I'll see you there.
Oh, yeah. Let's go for lunch, shall we, darling?
We'll do some lunch.
Oh, just the little one, though.
It's not as cheap as here, you know.
Is it not?
No, we'll have to split the bill, I think.
Oh, all right then. You mean you're not going to take me for lunch?
Okay, you hear it live.
Yeah.
I will take Anna for lunch.
Awesome. We're going to go to that super posh restaurant on the top of that super posh building.
Oh, dear. £5,000.
$1 million.
So this is an upset for the Bucks in the dynamic two-way with the numbers. How many teams?
That's awesome. So next we're going to be doing the Freestyle Open, but the dynamic two-way is like a huge thing for us. With 24 teams,
24.
We're beating the FS4 teams.
And there's 22 teams in the FS4, so incredible. 24 teams in dynamic two-way.
I'm incredibly proud of our community. It's taken us quite a while to get here, and there's so many people being involved, and it started from an idea sparked by Håvard back a long time ago, Håvard and Alex.
Yeah.
And everybody's run with it, and it's a tremendous amount of work, and now we have huge success, I'd say.
That's right. We've got the championships under the official watch of the FAI, and last night we had the opening ceremony with the IPC here as well. So it is big time. It's World Cup of indoor skydiving. Only the second time it's ever happened. We've got the action starting again very shortly now. In about another 5 seconds, we're going to be going right down to the tunnel, and the expert commentary from Anna Mox. It's going to be about another minute's time before we get that going. But Anna, so these teams now in the Freestyle Open and the Freestyle Junior, it's not, there's like in the four-way as well, there's not much difference in the skills now, is there? No,
I mean, the juniors are amazing. I think that, like, for me, there's still a good gap separating there. I think you'll see now. But the guys at the top of the juniors, of course, you could definitely see them somewhere in the open class.
Yeah.
So they'll be pushing up quickly. Today we'll start with the open, and I think Sylvia's going to come in first. And she watched her for the first time yesterday. I knew her only from working at the tunnel in the Czech Republic, and like she's amazing. Like it's so cool to watch people who they started working in the tunnel. They've flown a bit for themselves every day. Like I think she was working in reception,
right?
And like she looks like she's been working in the tunnel, you know. So now she's working at Madrid, I think.
The window border.
Yep.
Yeah. Do we know how many? Do you know which ones have got the music, Anna?
I'm not sure. It's not given to us ahead, but I suppose when we hear the music, we'll know who has music.
Yeah.
Most people have music.
Right.
It seemed to be yesterday when I was watching through the teams.
I know for sure Olga doesn't. She said yesterday that she has no music.
Ah, okay, because they were I thought they were playing some yesterday when she was flying. That's a shame. So she didn't have time to bring because in Win Games she did. She had music.
And it was
didn't she?
beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, it takes a long time to come up with a completely new routine and add the music in. It's definitely more challenging. And I really respect the people that decide then not to take the music because they would prefer to do it correctly. You know, do it actually choreographed to the music rather than just putting music over the top to. Yeah,
just
perfect.
That's right. Yeah, to take the time to do that, the choreography is an incredible challenge, isn't it?
So it's badass to be like, hey, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it properly. So I really respect that.
Have you done any flying with music in? Have you tried it?
I have once. Just when we were everyone was kind of testing out the concept. I got myself some of the really good headphones.
Yeah.
I managed to lose them after a day, so I didn't do much more flying with it. But I bought a new pair now, and I love it. It's probably not great for your hearing. We haven't really worked out how to do the isolation properly yet, I think. Because for mine, at least, even though I had padding around, I had to have them turned up as full blast in order to hear the music.
Yeah.
So, but there's different people working on different solutions for that at the moment. So.
Have you tried any kind of electronic communication in free fall? Have you tried? I know some of the disciplines have been doing that. I know in wingsuiting and now they're using talk to each other.
Comms.
Yeah, but it's a lot slower, so less wind speed.
Yeah, but a friend of mine is actually working on a design to integrate that into the full face helmets that we already use.
Yeah.
So I really, really hope that goes ahead because that would be awesome if we can all chat to each other.
Yeah.
What's going on, bruh?
What's going on?
Give me a hand, bruh.
So we're getting towards the end of the season now for indoor and outdoor events. I don't think there's much more after this, is there now?
I start to feel like there's not really a beginning and end of season anymore.
That's right.
It used to be,
It
but now you just
on.
go to a hotter place.
Yeah.
And just chasing the sun.
Yeah.
It's cold here at the moment.
It is.
I came from Norway and I got really shocked.
I came from Dubai. I got really shocked.
That's really, really cold. So it's time to head south, I think.
Well, exciting news. We'll be back together, the full team, for Win Games back in Spain in February.
Yes, the first weekend in February.
Yeah.
It was the 1st and 2nd or something around then. Yeah. And hopefully I'm going to compete and commentate.
Yeah, how are you going to do that?
I'm going to be sweaty.
What competition are you doing?
Hopefully we'll be doing the D4W.
Right.
So we're trying to put together a new lineup for that and do like a 2-year plan.
So you'll be doing a full day's work, just like I do then.
Exactly.
It's all right for Anna and Ray. They kind of come and do a little bit and they swan off back to the trailer with the Perrier water and the manicures. And I'm slaving here all day trying to pull it all together.
Yeah, I know. We would be lost without you, Regan, wouldn't we?
I think what we might do a little bit later, we might get you and Ray together.
And Ray?
While I go and have a sandwich or something.
Going to leave us. We'll be like.
I know you will.
Regan's gone. What do we do?
And we've been sponsored by Red Bull.
Ta-da!
Yeah, and that's Maya, the local talent.
That's so cool.
Yeah, how's that work then? She's like full-time sponsored now. Would you get a salary from that? Or?
I don't know what her deal is.
Yeah.
All athletes are on different deals.
Yeah.
So I think anything is good, and especially just because the exposure that you can get as an athlete working with Red Bull is incredible.
I think if Red Bull are watching as well, obviously, bringing all the athletes on board, going full-time with them is a great idea. You want to think about getting your commentators and presenters full-time as well. I think that's definitely what they need to do.
You drink Red Bull every day, right?
I'll brush my teeth with it.
Ding!
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's cool, not just for our sport, for so many sports. What the brand has been able to do is gives the athlete opportunity to just concentrate on your training. You know, you don't have to worry. Obviously, you have to. Yeah, you still need to work, but I think it really opens up some different avenues.
But they knocked it out of the ballpark. I mean, Red Bull people have been saying, it's so good how they sponsor these athletes for that, for bikes, for skateboards, and all these different things. And then just when you get used to that level of exposure, level of money, they go and bring Felix, take him outside the atmosphere. I mean, the amount of money and the millions and billions that it must have cost to put that together, but the exposure from it, they said it's absolutely worth every single penny.
Yeah.
Did you watch that live?
I did, I think.
Yeah, we watched it. We were in Pura Brava in Spain, watching him do his stepped out there, didn't he? Give the little salute. He said, "I'm going home now."
Talking about salutes.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to fly with Jetman the other day.
No way.
We were in Korea,
Yeah.
and they were flying with the beach, and Vince was, as he left, he was like, "Oh, it's me. I'll tell you the whole story later. We can say it bits by bits because it was the best day of my life ever." And just as he left, though, he went like,
If you're not cool enough already.
I was like, "Ah." That was really, 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 really cool.
Incredible project there with
Also,
the Jetman.
other Red Bull sponsored athletes. They're under Red Bull France for many years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince and Fred.
That's right. They were, weren't they? With when they started with Vince and Fred.
Soul Flyers.
The Soul Flyers.
Yes. They're in Guadeloupe now.
Are they?
I think so.
Where is that?
Somewhere hot. It's, I want to say French Polynesia.
I think I want to say that as well.
Yeah.
Let's say it.
French Polynesia. Awesome.
Well, it's good to have the team back together.
It is. It is. Ray's awesome. I'm sharing a room with Ray. Only I woke because we travel a lot, right? So I woke up this morning, something, and I woke up, opened my eyes, and she's on the floor getting something out of her bag, and it's 5 a.m. and I'm like, "Who's that? Where am I?" And then I had to say to myself, "It's okay. A couple of seconds.
Yeah.
It's going to come back to you. I'm in Poland. That's Ray. Okay, cool."
Do you know how many beds you've slept in this year?
No.
This is my 57th bed.
You count?
Yeah.
Oh, if you're like my dad, have you got like a full detailed logbook on everything?
Your dad has the most of skydivers with logbooks. Every time they jump out of a plane, they need to make a note of it. And people sometimes, when they get full time, they let it go. You know, they get a few thousand jumps under the belt. Anna's dad, an absolute machine. But the last time I saw him, he had about 16,000 skydives. Now, what's he got now?
I don't know.
But you
I
must be
don't
getting-
even know how many I've got. So why?
But he has these big, and they're not as small. He has like A4 ledges, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he has puts like, you know, remember those little stamp things?
Yeah.
So we're old skydivers, so not young really. We used to have these little stamps that you'd make formations, the big little stamp man. So he still has that. He's got a stamp man and a photo or a signature from every student he jumps with, and that's pretty intense.
Yeah, it really is.
It's almost like it's his life passion.
Just like, and then, you know, so he'll go and do 10 jumps, and he's already ran like 4 miles in the morning before that.
Yeah, he's a yogi and meditates every day, and Dangerous Dave.
Dangerous Dave. I've had some good times with him. I really, really have.
Yeah.
Well, it's live action here from Poland. We are at Warsaw, and it's the FAI Indoor Skydiving Championships, the World Cup of Indoor Skydiving. Last year, we were in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Did you compete? I can't remember. What did you do?
I was competing, yes, at the World Meet. Yeah, we did pretty all right, eh?
Yeah.
Horvath got lost on the last round, but he looked at me like he was flying, I think he was flying second, and I was flying number 1, and we came out of the snake, and I went into the layout, and he turned the other way and went to go the other way, and looked at me like, "You've gone the wrong way." And I looked at him like, and then he was like, "Uh-oh."
It must be easy to get lost a little bit.
Really easy. Really, really, really easy.
Why don't we have the 4-way dynamic in this event?
I know, good question, right? I think that we entered, a couple of other teams entered, and I think you need 4 teams to make it a meet.
Okay.
And it was scratching around for the last team, and it's just harder to get together a 4-way team and train, and it's a lot of investment for each team. But I think with 24 2-way teams, there's definitely going to be some 4-way teams springing out of these guys.
Right.
And for sure, when we get to Canada now next year, there's going to be people that want that World Championship title.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, so like next year is confirmed as Canada, isn't it?
Yes, Montreal, I think.
Montreal,
right?
for the 3rd FAI Indoor Skydiving Championship, World Cup of Indoor Skydiving.
Of course, you'll be there as well, right?
Well, we'll see. Sometimes in Canada, they like to have the French speaking, so I am available. Give me a shout. Book early, though. Book early. If you want the A team there, meet Anna and Ray, we can do it for you, but you need to book early. So last year, it was the World Indoor Skydiving Championships. This year, it's a World Cup of Indoor Skydiving. So they've changed the name a little bit. I wonder if it's going to stay like this.
This is the World, because last year was the World Meet, wasn't it? And this is the World Cup.
Yeah.
So a little bit different.
All right. Well, I've just been told by our great producers in the gallery that we are going back to the action very shortly indeed. It's a freestyle open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 competitors in the open. Anna, is that correct? Did I count them right? I think it is. 13. 13 cameras. 13 competitors. 13 cameras. 6 cameras we've got. And there's our lovely camera 1 going the wide shot of the tunnel, and we're off, Anna. Here we go.
Excellent. And this is Sylvia. And she is representing Slovakia. So I believe yesterday when we were watching her, she was to music, but we don't hear the music right now. She has some great form.
Yeah, we haven't got any music here. I don't know if they've got any music on the live stream, but we certainly don't have any.
She's doing really good there on keeping level. Oh, and that was a little bit of a small salute to the curly ball there. One of Dave Reeder's moves. Slightly off balance at the end of that sequence. And fantastic. And that was Sylvia Lanka from Slovakia, working at Hurricane Factory Madrid. And next up we have Jamie Arnold from the UK. And Jamie is a long-time competitor, competing in D4W, D2W, and now in freestyle. I believe he won the British freestyle outdoor skydiving competition as well. Would be making him current British champion.
He's performing to music, we do know that. It's Queen, Don't Stop Me Now.
Oh, I wish we could hear it.
Yeah, we're trying to get the music through to the commentary here now. Just a bit of a technical problem, but we'll try and get that rectified for you as soon as we can. I do believe the live stream going out, you can hear the music, but I can't confirm that right now because we haven't got the live stream here.
Jamie looks ready. I really like Jamie's style. He's different. He always brings something new. He's a really talented flyer and sticks to his own style, which is pretty rad. You can see he's got his headphones in there.
We've got a message through from Josh. Josh O'Donoghue says, good morning, Regan and Anna. Good morning, Josh.
Morning, Josh. What, darling? Oh, so it's Jamie and then Rafa up next after Jamie. You can see him waiting in the wings there.
Yeah.
Looks like the lighting system is indicating that the judges are ready.
They're probably just queuing up the music as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit of extra technicality with the music for sure. And he's in. We've got the music. Excellent.
Having a good time, having a good time. Shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
Fantastic performance there from Jamie.
It's Union Jack suit.
He was. It's great. I really, really enjoy just to sit and watch these performances. It looked like he had great stability throughout the whole routine.
Yeah.
None of his moves threw him off level. Oh, that's Rafa. One of the biggest characters, I think, in the sport is Rafa.
He's incredible.
Yeah. And he has been training hard. He's been giving the judges a hard time. And yeah, I kind of got a glimpse of his routine yesterday, but only from the side. I don't think he's using music.
Right.
But easily one of the most talented flyers we have in the competition. And Raphael is representing Germany. A little bit of a head tap there. Get some of those last second nerves out. Mind you, Rafa probably doesn't have any nerves. Okay, lighting system looks like the judges are ready. Raphael Schweiger from Germany. In his beautiful new boogeyman suit, I believe. Ah, he has music. Nice. Nice, Rafa. Oh, that gave me chills. That definitely gave me chills. That's one of the coolest things I've seen. Well, I watched that routine yesterday without music, and I think that it was for me, it was better with music for sure. I really like that kick he does out of the door. All his moves, I'm really glad that we get to see them quite a few times, you know, because there's quite a lot in there to take in all at once. But it really seemed like it went pretty seamless for him. Had some great tricks across the bottom of the net there on high speed. And yeah, great, excellent with music.
Fantastic.
He did really, really good. Ooh, it's going to be hard to be a judge. Sorry, guys.
Who's judging the freestyle?
We've got a panel of 5 judges, and they're splitting it between freestyle open and freestyle junior.
Right.
So I think, yeah, Anushka's down there, and Chris Dixon is down there. Ayla is down there. So yeah. A mix of very experienced judges and very experienced flyers. So this is perfect. This is what we want. Okay, next up we have Tom Evans, and he's flying for Aerodium. And
he's Latvia, is he?
I think so, yes. He is Latvia.
Latvia.
Excellent. Tom Evans from Latvia. He was cool to watch yesterday. I'm actually not sure if I've ever seen anybody spin so fast.
Right.
Yeah, so it was cool. Judging system is ready.
And I see what you mean about those fast spins, Anna.
Yeah, he's really, 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 really good at rotations. Sometimes it seems to me that it's a little bit uncontrolled coming out of the rotations. But yeah, if you're going to spin that fast, it's difficult to control them at the end. So I've never seen him before.
No, me neither.
But he's definitely amazing, as you can see. And yeah, if those small things were polished up, then yeah.
There's a few here in the freestyle that I'm not familiar with. This, especially, you probably know this girl.
Amalia from Vosvin. She's a little cutie patootie. Turi. She's really cool, super talented. She's only been flying freestyle for 10 months now. She was one of Dave's students and coached by all of the instructors at Vosvind.
Right.
She's chosen actually not to take music because she didn't have the time to put together the routine like we were talking about earlier, and I respect that. It's a good choice if she wants to do it properly. So it's Amalia, and she's representing Norway. And yeah, it's her first big competition.
How long have you been in Norway now?
Oh, 9 years.
Is it really?
It was since the first 10 years since the first time I went there.
Wow.
And lived there 5 years now, I think.
How's your Norwegian?
Det veldig bra, takk.
I think that
Vi
sounds
må
good.
heie for Norge nå.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. Here she goes.
Here she goes. Very, very talented young lady. Looking forward to seeing her over a lot of competitions in the future. Super nice. Girly ball.
Yeah.
She's flying this stronger now than she was yesterday in training. Big smile,
Yeah.
go kill. Excellent.
I really like to watch the freestyle. It's beautiful to watch.
Really beautiful.
Yeah.
I am super impressed. I think that's the tightest and cleanest I've ever seen her fly that round.
That's the first time. That's the first time I've seen her fly.
So good. Like, this is her first big competition, and she's gone in there and flown better than she's ever flown before on round one. So we have a good Norwegian competitor.
Yes.
Boom. Okay. Good job, Amalia. And next up, we have Mikhail from Russia. He's the current outdoor free fly world champion. He's who we compete against in the sky. He's awesome. We
Yeah.
like to call them the honey badgers because they just do what they want and they make it look awesome. So here is Mikhail going in for Russia. He's competitor number 109. I would say he's been flying in the tunnel for a really long time, and probably inspired a lot of people into into the freestyle.
SC on the helmet, not SD.
SC.
Yes.
Oh.
Looks very similar to the
It
SD
does,
logo.
doesn't it?
And they've got these
Little stickers.
yeah, it's for the infrared. No, well, it's the timer.
It's for the judging system.
Yes.
Yeah, looks like the lights are set and the judges are ready for him to go in. Mikhail from Russia, Team Tunnel Rats in the Sky.
Is he just checking with the sound?
Mm-hmm. So we don't hear any music at the moment, so I'm not sure if it is going out there, but it's a pretty seamless routine so far, demonstrating all of his skill. Ah, yeah!
Wow,
Get
incredible.
into it, sunshine. That's a great twist on that. Oh, and a nice exit too.
Yeah, well done.
Good job, Mikhail.
A packed house down there, Anna, in the tunnel.
Yeah, totally.
Standing room only.
And you can see already, Regan, there's quite some different styles there.
Yes.
Quite some different styles.
Those hard spins.
Hard spins, or beautiful dances, or a mix of the two. It's definitely a difficult competition to judge. However, if you can see the guys and girls that they have high technicality and they're pulling it off. So
yeah.
Now we have Maya,
the new Red Bull sponsored athlete, the picture face of freestyle worldwide right now. A bit of a reputation to live up to now with that big profile, Anna.
Definitely an extra bit of weight on your shoulders, I'd say.
And those routines from the Win Games, 30 million views, 40 million views.
So good. Excellent.
Are we going to see another viral performance right now?
Oh, I don't know. Hope so.
The girl from Norway, Amelie from Norway, though, she blew me away.
Really good, amazing.
Incredible.
Really amazing. I was insanely impressed there. So, yeah, it's good competition.
Absolutely.
This is only round one.
Yeah.
Halfway through round one, and I'm like,
we're already.
I told you it was going to be tough.
Yeah. It really gets us on edge of freestyle when we do it, doesn't it?
I just
in the commentary. Really.
I like just to watch it as
Me
well.
too.
It's just so beautiful and inspiring, and it makes me want to go fly.
Now, can we see some headphone cables? We can. So we should hear some music, should we?
Yeah.
So technicians in the outside broadcast unit, we're hoping to hear some music to this, if that's possible.
Okay, now we've got the music. The guys are onto it. That's
Yes.
awesome. Looks like she's ready. She can hear her music.
Go on, Maya.
Woo!
We're never gonna run and hide. If I get tired and say that I wanna change my mind, hold me in a circle so I can change it one more time. Hold me in a circle, hold me in a circle, circle, circle.
Wow, incredible.
Really, really nice routine. Really, really nice routine. She flew most of the moves flawlessly. It looks like she's gone for a few more flip twists than she's done before, and it looks like they were a little more technical for her, but pretty much pulling everything off. I saw a back bend move in there as well that I think I've never seen before. So it's going to be nice to watch through this routine again. That means she's really pushing the creativity, and that's something that's very important to me personally.
Absolutely.
I like when the best flyers, I feel that it's the responsibility of the top level of the sport to push forward and do new things rather than just repeat what other people have done in the past. So
I wonder if she's got outside help there with the choreography. I wonder if she's doing it all herself or if she's got a team around her.
Sure, but we should find out, shouldn't
Absolutely.
we? Maybe we can get her in for a little interview later.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Lovely.
Now, Olga's next, without music, but looking absolutely amazing. New suit, new hair, new helmet, new nails.
We love Olga.
We do.
She's amazing. Yeah. And I was watching her yesterday, actually. She's still improving. Like, she's becoming a stronger and stronger flyer every year. So I really respect her commitment to continue.
Absolutely.
It's great, because she's been, I mean,
Done
she started jumping before me, which was just a couple of days ago. You know, it's not that long ago. And then she switched to the tunnel over the last few years, and she's been pushing really hard. And she has super skills.
I remember when you started jumping, Anna.
I know. You did my first 4.4 way, didn't you?
We did indeed.
We did.
Here we go. Olga.
She's ready.
Beautiful suit.
Yeah. And she's in.
It's a shame she's not had time to put some music together for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, this superhero landing.
We did that in one of our Joyriders routines.
That is so cool.
I know, it's really cool.
She's up to her game from when I last saw her. Wow.
Nice. Oh, little run up the wall.
Yeah.
She's gone, and doosh, she's out.
Wow.
Nice.
I think that's the best I've seen her fly ever.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. It would be nice to see that the end of that routine from the front of the tunnel as well. It would be really cool.
Yes.
I think that that's the effect, that she's disappearing out of the tunnel and then spinning as she goes out of the door.
Yeah.
So cool routine. Looks like she's put a lot of work into the choreography there. So I understand that she doesn't just want to drop a song on top, but she would actually like to get the song that's right for it. And next we have Jacob. He is a ninja. Like, he flies super good. I think he does have music as well, and when I've been watching him practicing this routine in rehearsals, like, he's got some really good moves. His entrance is cool. So yeah, it's going to be fun to watch.
We can see the headphone cables there, so we would expect some music to come through from this one. Hurricane Factory boy.
He is been since I think he went there from school, so he's been coaching there for a long time and working there for a long time. And I think he's got the Million Breaker is his entrance. I love it.
Is it?
Big spin from the top. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah. A little. What's that suit? What could you? It reminds me of something. Kind of. It was a mime artist.
Really?
Perhaps.
The kind of a mime artist thing? Yeah, the black and white dynamic. Here's the music. This entrance Anna talked about. Let's see this.
Tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, put under the pressure of walking in your shoes. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. Just caught in the undertow. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. I've become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you.
So it was really nice.
It
Really,
was.
really good. I think it looked like he was maybe slightly back with the music. So maybe like a half a second behind where he wanted those big
Just
spins to be.
Off the beat a little bit.
Just like tiny. And I think that when the entrance as well, it looked like it took him that half a second maybe to get into that first spin.
Yeah.
So maybe it came from there. When I've seen it in training, it seems to be more from the door. But like, he's a super good flyer, and this is his first time doing freestyle, and I really love the way that you can see it. That song definitely reflects his character. He plays the guitar as well. He sings a lot down at his local tunnel, and he's a really cool kid.
How many rounds do we have in freestyle, Anna?
We have 7.
Right.
Yes.
And it's going to be the same routine?
Yeah, we've got 2 compulsory rounds as well. So round 2 and round 5 are going to be compulsories.
Right.
And yeah, I assume it's going to be the same routine, but the performers can present as many routines as they want to.
Right.
That's up to them. Okay, and next we have Andres from Hungary.
Have you seen Andres fly before? I haven't.
I think I did see him yesterday, and he's another guy. It's the first time I've seen him fly, and I was super impressed yesterday. Like, this reminds me. The song reminds me of an ice skating presentation. It was good. excellent.
Yeah.
So, the music stopped for us halfway through the routine there. I'm not sure if that was just for us or something happened.
Was that the timing, do you think, from his side, or was it our technical side?
Not sure. We'll have to find out when we can...
Very emotional performance.
It was. I mean, for me, that was a good representation of... It's kind of a mix of the two styles there.
Yes.
Like, he was doing some big tricks. He was doing some flexible things. He was pointing his toes.
Yeah.
He had a very elegant kind of feel to his routine. It looked choreographed to the music. So, yeah, I think it's good. It's nice to see the mix.
It is.
So I would say now we have coming up from the Hurricane Factory, a very different style. You know, this is more the real fast-paced. Yeah,
the
it's
spins.
really great routine to watch. I've really, really enjoyed it.
So 3 more to go. Czech Republic, Russia, and Finland here in the Open of Freestyle, Anna.
Yes, it's pretty good, and I think this next routine is really one of the good routines from Jacob here. So he's also just started freestyle. It's quite impressive to come up with a routine like this, having just started freestyle. Routine. He's in. Boom.
Oh, it's a good start.
Right.
I like that track, Anna.
Yeah, it's a cool track.
Yeah.
Again, cool guy.
Yeah.
Reflects his personality well. The entrance and the exit, they're both very challenging with the high-speed stop on the nets.
Yes.
And laying in and out of the tunnel. It's a cool routine. It's a very cool routine, and it looks like he flew it really well.
Yeah.
Kind of more of a style closer to Rafa's, you know, a little bit more powerful. They're moving around the tunnel faster, you know.
Yes.
They're fitting a lot more in, I think.
Using the space.
Yeah, and just generally the speed that they're flying.
Yeah.
You don't see so many kind of pause and presentation of the moves. They're
No.
actually going from move to move to move. So.
Almost more dynamic, like a dynamic flight, really.
Yeah, it's just they want to fit more in.
Yeah.
Seems like so.
Whole blurring, isn't it? It's all blurring together with the dynamic and the freestyle a little bit.
It's all free fly.
Yeah, it's all free fly. Free fly your mind.
Free fly forever. Free fly.
Free fly the black sky.
Cool. Next we have up is Martin from Fly-In.
Did we not just see Martin?
No, sorry. Yeah, this is Anders.
Is it Leo next?
No, this is Anders. Sorry. Leo's coming in next?
Yeah, I think, we're down.
Yeah.
Just Leo and Inca still to come.
There we are.
Here we go. Beautiful classical performance from Leo, Anna.
It's really powerful to sit and watch him at the front of the tunnel yesterday. It was really, really awesome. It looked like he had a few wobbles in there, so it wasn't seamless. But yeah, awesome performance. He is a true performer.
Well, I've been looking forward to seeing Inka.
Queen of freestyle.
Queen of freestyle.
Reigning queen of freestyle. And yeah, I'm also very excited. I know that she's put a lot of effort into choreographing her piece to music.
We've got some diamante going on the helmet there.
It's nice, isn't it?
Is that a gap at the top of the helmet, Anna?
Yeah, it looks like that she's pulled it out though, so she can push it back in when she's
okay,
ready.
right.
Yeah.
What helmet is that? I'm not familiar with that.
Don't know.
There we go. Finland, Inka, Tito. Wow.
Nice,
wow.
Inka.
Just stamped her name all over that round.
Oof. That
wow,
was
that was
really
incredible.
powerful.
Wasn't it just?
That was really cool.
Do you know what? I loved the bit at the beginning where there was that wind noise and her hands were just inside the wind, and
Yeah.
I don't know if she was putting a bit of acting into that as well to make them look like they were being pushed and pushed around.
Your hands do flutter around when they're
But it looked like she was even doing more
yeah?
of it. Like it was incredible.
Like she was commanding the wind.
Commanding the wind, taking it and owning it.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. I mean, she definitely is showing us that she can pull out the big boy tricks as well.
Wow.
So put some old arguments to rest.
Well, there you go. That's the first round of Freestyle Open for you. We'll be back with some more very shortly.